This is EA Sports. PGA Tour coverage coming up next. Hello again and welcome, Rich Lerner, alongside my friend Frank Nobilo. We're here in Orlando, Florida, at the house that Arnold built, the Bay Hill Club and Lodge. Frank, what are some of the toughest shots out on this golf course?
Second shot into 8 comes to mind when you've got that sort of long water carry to a very thin green. Probably only a club or so deep there, so it's very hard to get that to land soft. 17 and 18 are always difficult for any level of play. 17, the green is angled slightly to the right. Even though you're coming from an elevated tee, it's tough to judge the right club and get the ball to land softly. And of course, there's always the finishing hole that has to be navigated.
I love this. She is winding up, just wants to tear the cover off this golf ball. Wow. John Daly, take a back seat, big fella. How about that drive?
Has it stopped yet?
It's still going.
Frank, that's as good as I have seen all day long.
I think we've got to blame that on the weather. That weather, the wind had to help that ball give it another 20, 30 yards. There's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it.
That will be a great look at birdie. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either.
It doesn't go in, you got to add another one to the scorecard.
And that's where the golf ball's just staring at you and mocking you and laughing at you.
You know deep down it's smiling too, don't you?
Just a little tap in here. Did the job right there. Back to the action here at the second. It's a par 3, demanding hole, Frank, isn't it?
Longest par 3 on the golf course. Slightly downhill, but you need every advantage here. It requires your best.
Beautiful shot. That is tight.
Unbelievable. That is one to savor for the rest of the round.
Locked in on the read and the speed. One under early in the round. Frank, now to the third hole here at Bay Hill. If you have a case of the snap hooks, you're in some serious trouble here.
You're going to run out of golf balls here as well, but a good tee shot's going to leave you something like 150, 160 yards into a very narrow green.
But this could be really good, Frank.
Oh, straight at it.
Good strike, good lie, good chance to attack the pin. Frank, this is one of my favorite shots on the course here at Bay Hill, the second at number 3. Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Well, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
Frank going for another birdie here.
Just to get on a real roll.
Has to like that one. Another birdie. They get to 2 under par. Rich Lerner with Frank Nobilo back at the 4th hole. It's par 5, the first one on the golf course, and Frank, a really good scoring opportunity.
Certainly is. 2 bunkers down the left. Just want to keep it inside that. If you flare it a little right, there's a hazard that just sneaks up on you.
Excellent start off the tee. That's a great way to begin this hole. And now the second shot here at this par 5. Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
That is just an outstanding shot right there. And now a chance for an eagle. Shouldn't be a problem here. No problems early. Looks good.
Does look good. This bodes well. We might be in for a very, very low round today. Grab the fire extinguisher. Put out that ball is on fire. It's melting going through the air.
Frank, that ball's sitting up like it's on plush carpeting.
Rich, if you and I had lies like that every time, we'd still be playing this game for a living.
Should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. Oh, just a superb shot.
You're not going to see much better than that all day today.
Settles in over the putt. Really rolling at this point. 3 birdies for the round. Frank, back in 1998, by any chance, do you remember exactly how many golf balls John Daly hit into the water at the 6th?
It was half a dozen. Half a box of golf balls.
Wow, I mean, she absolutely annihilated that tee ball. Pretty good drive here.
Another straight one.
That's an absolute tracer right there. In the fairway and well over 320 yards. What a great shot. Right next to the hole. It's about 5 feet. An eagle on the card, if she can hold this. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Breathing a sigh of relief. You've made it through the par 5 without getting wet. And now you're at this par 3-7, Frank.
You've got to guarantee a carry at least 7 or 8 yards onto the screen because that's where that bunker is on that right. It cuts in 7 yards.
Safely aboard. Moves to -8. Frank, as you step to the tee here at the 8th, what are you seeing?
Another hole that suits the long hitter, Rich. That bunker just over 300 yards. The further you get down there, the shorter club you have in over the water. Just smokes it.
Frank, did you hear the sound of that coming off the club face?
It was like a cannon.
Excellent, perfect position.
Ball's just sitting up too. You could hit anything from there.
Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. Just an incredible shot. That is a very makeable putt after a great approach. Well played. This one just requires a little bit of focus.
Oh, that was nasty.
That's an outrage right there. I mean, if there's a high commission of golfdom, we need to consult them right now because it's just simply not fair, Frank. It's not.
I think the people above are frowning on the people below.
Final hole now of the front side. It's a 474-yard par 4. And Frank, you've played it before. What works best here?
Well, ideally a nice little draw off the tee. The hole's quite weird because the tee shot shapes to the left and yet the green goes the other way. That is burning through the atmosphere. Look at that thing. It's got a tail on it.
That's like a rocket ship. That one was launched by NASA. Wow, Frank, look at that run, how it just blistered that tee shot.
Well, that has to be 325 if it's an inch.
Chance to close out the front side here with a birdie. These putts keep the round together. Frank, just a surgical touch out there.
And the scorecard reflects yet another birdie.
Well, that was a nearly flawless performance on the front side, but Frank, we know it's an 18-hole game, isn't it?
That's right. Now's not the time to pat yourself on the back.
Really like that action. Lively golf swing.
Oh, that's fine.
Frank, these days golfers are training like high-level athletes from other sports. Rory McIlroy, for example, has been using a guy by the name of Steve McGregor, who happened to be the trainer for the New York Knicks of the NBA.
And part of his training now is high altitude. The majority of the medal holders, for example, in the Olympics, or medal winners in the Olympics, actually use high altitude training. You know, you can develop more red blood cells in a shorter period of time. But, you know, golf, we've had so many different types of training from the athlete side, but you go back to the old days of Henry Cotton beating an old tire. Vijay Singh picked up on that. Or even the rhythm of Sam Snead. He used to count in the rhythm. It was 1, 2, 3. It was 1 at the top of the swing, 2 at impact, and 3 at the follow through. All those things are still very valid today.
You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Drops for a par. Frank, 440-yard par 4 11th. You see that number on the card, you think driver. Maybe not? Why?
Yeah, it's imperative you hit the fairway here, Rich. Water obviously in play left, 2 bunkers on the right. This is a second shot hole.
She is really dialed in. All facets of her game are clicking. That is a heat-seeking missile right there. Wow. She's ended up on the fairway and with such a good lie. So many more options available now. Setting up for another approach, our featured golfer has continued that excellent play from earlier in the round.
Indeed, there's no better feeling in the world than when you know you're firing on all cylinders. Hitting fairways, second shot's just going straight at the flag. Right now, everything is working. This looks like it's going to find the target.
Well, that is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, it's a formality now.
She's played some solid golf today. See if she can keep it going with another birdie. Now minus 10 for the round. Frank, the par fives here at Bay Hill so important. What's the 12th like?
570 odd yards. Tee it high, let it fly.
Hold on here a second. She is warming it up for a big one. She wants to smash this as far as she can hit it.
Long just meant longer.
What a drive. Just tattooed that. Good lie in the fairway. A good chance to make something happen here. Frank, this is still a mind blower to me. Tiger won the Arnold Palmer Invitational at Bay Hill 4 times in a row from 2000 to 03. You played the game at the highest level. How hard is that?
It's almost unimaginable to Rich because, Bay Hill changes each and every year when they have the tournament. But there was always also the look of resignation of the other players. There's never really been a golf course that really suits Tiger Woods any better. Hits the ball a long way, he hits it high, greens are firm and fast. It's just built from it. And not only has he won it 4 times in a row, it's 8 total now.
Just misses. Oh, man.
Just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. Getting set now over the putt.
Rack up another one.
Frank, the par 4 13th, relatively short, but not necessarily easy.
Yeah, stringent tee shot. A lot of people are tempted to take a bigger club off the tee. 300 yards runs out of the fairway, but really, what does that give you in? There's something about a well-hit shot.
That's a good spot right there.
Center cut.
That is tasty looking right there, Frank. Just a perfect spot in the fairway.
That is prime real estate. How do you get a lie like that? Seriously, you could hit any club from there.
Second shot. Good look at the green.
Safely on deck.
That's a beautiful shot, and that sets him up for a really easy putt. Frank, 2 is nice, but
3 is even better.
Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. 14th hole, Frank, more than 200 yards, par 3. This is no picnic.
No, it plays a little longer than that too, slightly uphill. You've got to carry the ball onto the front of the screen. It will not run up.
This one's looking good. Dialed in once again. She has played a superb approach shot. Shouldn't be a problem here.
Great too.
Beautiful. We're here at the 15th now, and a big dogleg right on this one. Frank, what's the best route to take to shoot the low number?
You've got to look at that run out down the left side, which is about 320 yards. If you can stay short of that, that gives you a perfect shot into this green.
Wow, I mean, she absolutely annihilated that tee ball. Good strike, good lie, good chance to attack the pin. Frank, what are you looking to do with this approach shot here at 15?
Anytime the flag's on the front, Rich, it's basically green light special. When the flag starts to get pushed towards that back area of that green, it starts to get narrower and narrower and narrower. And that's where you've got to be a little careful.
Pretty good shot right there, about 10 feet away, setting up the putt for birdie.
Rich, I'm starting to lose count. This is just birdie after birdie.
It's all-time stuff. I mean, this is territory we just don't visit very often. 14 under on the day. The Bay Hill Club and Lodge features a really exciting finishing stretch. 16 is a reachable par 5. You'll see eagles and birdies there coming home. 17, a very difficult par 3 over the water. The bunker is there. Takes an excellent shot. And then 18 is all you want. We know that with the water in front, that second shot which comes over the lake, and that's a hold-your-breath moment. It is a great finishing 3-hole stretch at Bay Hill. That is massive off the tee.
Meters, yards, I don't care how you measure that. That's got to be what? 300 meters, 325 yards, something like that.
Good swing, good shot yet again. Big swing right there, and a great result. And now a chance for a big swing in momentum with an eagle coming up. Just a couple of feet. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Frank deep into a round. Par 3, 17. Water, bunkers, long shot. What are you thinking as you're stepping on this tee?
You just take 3 and move to 18.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
Well, that's how you play the game. Right there. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Beautifully done. That's a birdie. Finishing hole at Bay Hill. Frank, how good is this 18?
Well, it's good because it makes you scratch your head. If you look at your score, your own personal score, and then fast forward, you've made a big mistake.
Outstanding tee shot.
Yeah, ball sitting up. You don't have to worry about the wind or anything there. You just take a full-blooded cut at the second shot from here.
Frank, this is the moment of truth. In so many rounds here at Bay Hill, the second at 18.
The best way to put it is it's the most rewarding second shot you'll get on Bay Hill relative to the rest of the people playing.
Great way to finish off the final approach shot with a birdie opportunity. Has it. Frank, you have to like what you saw out there today.
I certainly did. Swing is excellent right now. Stroke, there's nothing wrong with that. Really, just it's a case of getting out of your own way. I mean, the opportunities ahead now, chance to win, just they have to be so motivating.
Frank, the 18th here at Bay Hill.